And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Set 50, plant.
Right, 58, right there. Let's go, baby. Turn it on. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Heavy on the edges. Check 43. Check. Fresno. Hey, switch gears.
Look at me. Go.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy.
I got you, son. Kill. Safe. Pick the edge. Come. Check 50.
Come.
Check 50. Check 3.
Leo. Hey, Sam off.
Switch.
Be grip.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Exit.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You must. He's coming. We got double up.
Out 6-6. Pull it high.
Sponge.
Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight right. Alert.
Off the play fake. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Hey, Haywood!
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Strip the ball.
Snap!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch the shot. Watch the eye.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Check the hot read.
Hey, Alpha. Five.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down, Baltimore.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
No. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Slam.
Hard.
Switch.
Yo, go. Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, And he's taken down. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action. Gruber. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Gruber into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Go.
Here.
Alert 3.
Gone.
Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Record. 59's mark. Check down.
From the gun, Herbert completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Ready, go.
No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
Look. Squeeze.
Watch twist. Check hot route.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Hey, Delta.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Hey! Get it.
On first down, Gruber finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking to throw. Gruber trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Showing it. Showing it.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Two minutes to play in this first 3. Our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, he's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
I'm going back to you. Hatchet, Hatchet. Tight on, tight on, tight on.
Second and 9 now. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Throwing on first down. Gruber, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
Here we go, set. 15 line. 15 line.
It's our time.
Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Switch down the line. 58, come on. 50.
Hey, box drop.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, lock it.
Rush in.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Gruber. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Push him back.
Back to throw. And this, the Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Protein spill.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Switch. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Alert 3.
Look at me. Go. Snap.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 10 Lobo.
3 down.
Go.
Check.
From the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bump hunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Ready up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go right here now.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Got it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Snap.
Give me something. Give me something.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Gruber. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Gruber. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
To throw from his end zone. Herbert caught by Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off the play fake. Herbert going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. With a catch made by Hopkins. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. This quarterback now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. From the gun, Herbert. Open man is born. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huff.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jachai Polite make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and 15. It's complete to Hopkins. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. That catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharpe, who was a tight end. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Back to throw. Gruber. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go, fellas.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got some real estate inside the 30. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check up. Now.
2nd and 11. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Send over. You draw forward. Clear. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
8-3.
Let's go, D. Tighten it up. Let's go.
Off play action. Herbert now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready, go. 5.
Throwing again. Herbert. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Let go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Ravens, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get